When Putin ordered his war against Ukraine back in February, he justified it by saying he could not allow the country to join NATO and bring the alliance to his doorstep. But the move has massively backfired, with Finland and Sweden now set to break with decades of neutrality and join, bringing NATO to an 800-mile stretch of the Russian border while boosting the alliance with two top-of-the-range armies. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg says they will be welcomed with open arms, and it is easy to see why. With them they bring tens of thousands of troops, a formidable arsenal of artillery, top-notch spying capabilities and some of the quietest and deadliest submarines in the world. And, crucially, all of those reinforcements will be positioned close to the Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, which have long been NATO's weakest spot and among the most likely members to be attacked. Finland has a small but highly specialized military, almost the sole purpose of which is to prepare for an attack by Russia. Though it has only around 20,000 active troops, the country still has compulsory military service with all men under the age of 30 required to serve for at least a year. That means its force could be quickly boosted to a wartime strength of 280,000, with another 900,000 reserves to call upon in the event of all-out conflict. It also has the continent's largest stock of long-range artillery, including more than 700 howitzers, along with dozens of heavy mortars and rocket artillery. These weapons have proved adept at taking out Russian tanks in Ukraine, but, unlike Kyiv, Finland operates some of the most up-to-date systems such as the American-made M270 multiple launch rocket system. It also possesses large amounts of anti-aircraft missiles which have played havoc with the Russian Air Force in Ukraine, and has recently purchased 64 of America's latest generation F-35 fighters, far superior to Ukraine's Soviet-era MiGs. Jonathan Ayal, of the Royal United Services Institute, told The Times that Finland also has a near-legendary intelligence-gathering capabilities, including a large number of Russian-speaking spies and proficiency with deciphering its troop movements. Finally, Finnish troops are adept at fighting on their home terrain, which largely consists of heavy forests, lakes, and a southern archipelago that makes for much harder fighting ground than the wide open fields of Ukraine. It is a lesson Russia has already learned the hard way, after seeing some 150,000 troops butchered during the year-long winter war compared to just 25,000 Finns. Just one Finnish sniper, the legendary Simo Haha, dubbed White Death, is credited with killed 500 of Moscow's men. Sami Nurmi, one of Finland's top generals, recalled that more when he told The National recently, "We're a simple and stubborn people, but it's also our history, that tradition and memories that we have of the Second World War. We never trusted our eastern neighbor in such a way that we could give up general conscription or development of our defenses, so we have always kept the possibility of military force being used against us." Sweden shares no direct land border with Russia but does look out across the Baltic Sea to Russia's European enclave of Kaliningrad, which is where attack is almost certain to come from. As such, its land forces and reserves are no match for Finland's, but it does have a huge array of fast attack ships, a larger air force, and some of the world's quietest and deadliest submarines. In fact, Sweden's submarines are so stealthy that on one occasion during training drills in the late 2000s, one of them managed to sink the USS Ronald Reagan, one of America's Nimitz carriers, during training exercises. And Stockholm's fleet of 5 subs has been upgraded since then to make them quieter, deadlier, and more than a match for any ship in Russia's fleet. Sweden also possesses a large fleet of fast attack boats, the CB-90, which are highly maneuverable, can carry sea mines and Hellfire missiles, and transport half a platoon of fully armed soldiers. The country was also the co-developer of the NLAW anti-tank missile with the UK, which has wreaked havoc on Russian tanks in Ukraine. Finland has been bound to a code of neutrality since the end of the Winter War as part of a peace deal it signed with the Soviet Union, and Sweden's own neutrality dates back to the Napoleonic era. But both countries have decided to break